Welcome to the new sound of online radio. Welcome to the sound of Universal Broadcasting Network. 'Cause you make me feel like I've been locked out of hell. A mix of today's hits and hard-to-find favorites, combined with the most entertaining and intriguing talk anywhere. This is your sound. This is the sound of Universal Broadcasting Network at upenradio.com.
Everybody, welcome to it. I was about to say welcome back. Welcome back.
Right. Welcome back, right?
It's time to talk.
Yes.
I'm April.
And I'm Deidre. Happy Saturday, everybody.
Happy Saturday.
We're glad to be back.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. We've been away.
Right.
Not that you guys have been away.
Yes,
We've been away. Oh, are you centering me? I know I wasn't quite centered. Thank you, Jarvis.
So,
hello.
Right? It's time to talk.
It is time to talk.
Ooh, a lot has happened. A lot is going on.
Where do we start?
Yeah, right.
With the president?
It's a beautiful day.
Okay.
Let's start there. It's very hot. You know, California, it's like a natural, regular California day that we normally have. So we've been having different fluctuations in the weather.
I think everybody has all over the country.
That's true.
It's
But,
like snowing.
You know, for us,
In
we're
May
more,
in some parts of the country. Then the next couple of days it's raining and humid. And then the next couple of days it's spring
But
or
we've
summer.
always been a little bit more regulated. But
Yeah.
right now, it's really summer hot. So anyway,
Yeah.
but it's beautiful, beautiful. But yeah, if you just mentioned Trump, right?
Yes, I did.
Crazy stuff going on, right?
Everybody's talking about the I word,
Uh-huh.
impeachment.
But I remember I said it from day one.
We probably have proof of that on the show
I
somewhere.
said it way back
Yeah,
because
you did.
it's just someone who's really just not qualified. I'm sorry, that just not
Don't
qualified
apologize.
to rule, to run the free world. So, what our last experience was 8 years. Amazing difference.
we took him for granted.
Yeah, absolutely.
President
So,
Obama, ex-president Obama. Well,
Right.
I guess he'll always be president.
Yes.
but he's
Yes,
not our
yes,
current
yes.
president. So we took him for granted, and we didn't really know what we had. Well, some of us knew what we had.
Right.
A lot of us didn't.
Right.
And now we're seeing the difference.
Yes, and realizing the programs and policies that President Obama put into place, now trying to be repealed and
all of them,
all that kind of stuff, and it's affecting what they're not realizing. It's affecting all of us out here. They seem like it's a political game that they're playing, but they're playing with our lives. The Affordable Health Care Act and things like that, and repealing all this other stuff. So, but Trump, unfortunately, we're finding out more and more. There's some huge scandal on the rise that he's basically, involved with the Russians, which is, kind of has not been our friend. So
yeah, there are adversaries. First of all, let's just start there. There are adversaries. They always have been. It's not like we've been buddy-buddy. We're never really our allies. So, one reporter brought it up, and I can't think of his name, which is not surprising, but he was saying that Trump seems to criticize everybody. He criticized Hamilton, the play.
Okay.
He criticized, of course, we know Hillary. He criticized Obama, of course.
Yeah.
He's criticized everyone and everything. He does not hold back to criticizing anybody.
Right.
But the one person he has not criticized is Putin.
Isn't that something?
The one country he has never criticized is Russia.
What is it? Don't bite the hand that feeds you.
Ooh.
I'm just saying.
It's
But,
just, it all comes out.
It
all
is.
comes out in a wash, and you can only do dirt
Right.
so long. You can only do things that are hidden. They come out to the light, and you cannot hide. You can run, but you can't hide, as the saying goes.
And that's the thing, like what you're saying, things that are hidden. We are living in a day and a time where I told you I went back to, remember when we had the tsunami? And I think that was it
4?
somewhere around that time. And it took that tsunami that was so powerful, it took the Earth off its axis, right?
Axis. Mm-hmm.
So from then on, for me personally, I noticed there was a different energy shift. There was something different to me in the atmosphere and the universe. Things were not the same. That's when all the weather started changing. Bizarre things that wouldn't happen here happened in different places, other areas and things like that. So I just think that also terms of vibrational energy shifts in terms of karma, because we were talking about that earlier, right? And I think now we're living in a time, even after Prince, 1999, when the millennial 2000 hit, you know what I'm saying? It seemed like everything just switched,
right?
And it seemed like
because Y2K did not happen.
Okay, right. But what I'm trying to say is that things that you could get, all the things in the past that were hidden, they were always there. They were always going on. But now everything now has come to light. Anything that you do is being exposed. Of course, we have social media. We got, cameras. We got videos. All those things can, contribute to a lot of that. But I'm just talking about in terms of things that you're doing in secret. They are coming. What? They are being exposed one way or another.
I agree. Which is why yesterday, and I called you about this when I went to the bank and I went to the ATM and there's the drive-through, and so there was a car ahead of me. So they finished their transaction and then I pulled to do mine, and it looked like they were done. The screen said welcome and everything. I put my card right before I put my card in. $20 comes back out of the deposit. It pops back out, and then it went back in, and then it popped back out, like waving to me, like, take me. And I went, oh, my goodness, $20. Okay. So I took it, and I thought the first thing I did was I tried to get the person's attention.
Right ahead of me.
They didn't hear me. They just drove off. I was like, hey. And I was like, oh, my goodness. My son's sitting with me, and I was like, oh, my goodness. So I was going to go into the bank right then and there, but I had to make another quick appointment. So I said, let me think about this.
Right.
Let me go to my appointment and let me let this run through my head and marinate a little bit. Right. So I went to my next stop and I looked at my son and I said, now, is this a gift? Or is this
Wait. You had to take a minute and say, Lord, now speak to me right now.
Speak to me.
Are you giving me this $20?
Right.
Or
it was brand new, crispy.
What would Jesus do?
What would Jesus do? He would multiply it. Have more come out.
But is it going to be multiplied by you giving it back or you taking it?
And this was my dilemma. Okay. So I was trying to let it marinate. And so I said, the right thing to do, of course, is take it back. And I looked at my son and said, what should I do? No, I'm asking him.
And you need to be his example. So he's looking at you.
I said, what did mama teach you? What would I do? And he said, take it back? With a question mark. And I said, yeah, because that's what I was thinking. Or was it a gift? And he was like, maybe it's a gift. And I was like, oh, gosh, I don't know. But going back and forth, I thought, it's not sitting right. So I called you, Deidre, and I was like, now, this is what happened. And you're like, no, somebody tried to deposit you. And I was like, exactly. I'm taking it back.
Yeah.
It's just one of those little moments where you're like, because that happens to me a lot. I will find money or I'll get money or it'll just be floating in midair, it seems, and happened to me at the gas. It's countless, right?
Yes,
you've been with me, and I'll just find money.
Too.
So I had to kind of question it. But I ended up taking it back, and I felt a lot better. And then I thought about later, I thought, you know what? Because I went back and forth, it probably wasn't a gift.
Right.
Because when I do get those gifts, I feel good. And I'm like, oh, thank you, God. And you keep pushing.
And that's how you know. How do you feel?
And I'm like, this was someone else's account, their money.
Well, when I told you, I'm like, that's someone's deposit. They were paying a bill or they were counting on that money for whatever.
It's
you
not
never
mine.
know. So exactly. So
I took it to the bank, and then the lady, of course, I'm thinking, all right, I've got this person. Can you track them down? They were ahead of me. Can you find all this out? She said, well, there's no way we can tell whose deposit it was. We can only hope that they call the bank and say, oh, I was supposed to deposit this amount, but this amount showed up. What we do is we credit the bank the $20, and then if they do call, we'll give it to them. And I'm like, if they don't,
right? Okay, so like back in the day when you found money and turned it into the police station, and if no one claimed it, they would call you and say, here.
So maybe you're saying
you should go ask if they don't, if no one calls about it, can you deposit that $20 in my account?
Can I do that? Well, she did say that the customer service could see on camera who's at the window. So.
Right. I figured they could.
I know. So. I was like, they have to track them.
But that's interesting, though, for the machine to...
And I didn't want that to come back on me.
Right.
I didn't want that instant karma because I would want someone to do do that for me, and I want that money back. So
right.
I thought about that though.
Right.
I thought about that instant because it is instantaneous
instant nowadays. People are just getting. You think about it, you're not getting away with stuff like you used to. It's coming right back at you.
Girl, we got so much to talk about on this, and I think we might just extend it with our guests, perhaps.
That'd be fun.
We got a lot to talk about with her. Coming up after the break, we have actress Frankie Blair. Yeah. I'm so excited.
I am too.
She's so cool.
Yes, love her.
She's such a cool lady, and I can't wait for you guys to meet her. So coming up right after the break, we will talk to her. Stay tuned.
Speak Your Week will guide you through the process of using the power of your thoughts and words to create more positivity and success in your life, day to day and week to week. Written by It's Time to Talk's own host, April Jordan. This dynamic book will remind you of the powerful person you really are and how to use that power to create the life that you want. Want better health, success, abundance, love, and more. Within the chapters, you will discover the kind of thoughts, emotions, and words you should be speaking about the things that matter to you most. Also, included in this book are affirmations to speak each day of the week. When spoken in daily succession, these affirmations gain momentum and can help you on your journey towards the life of your dreams. There's no other way around having the life that you want. It all starts with you. Get ready to speak your week. Available for download at Amazon.com.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Jonathan McReynolds, and it's time to talk with Deidre and April.
VivianRadio.com.
welcome back to It's Time to Talk. We are live from Sunset Gower Studios, and we are in the studio with actress Frankie Blair. Please welcome her to the show. Welcome, and she came bearing gifts.
She sure did.
How I love a generous guest.
Yes.
Cheers, Deidre. Yes, air cheers. Yes, sip, sip.
Delish.
Oh my, that is good. We don't know what's going to happen in the next few minutes, but just bear with us.
Disclaimer, we're forewarning you, okay?
So hello.
Hi,
Frankie.
I'm so excited to be here. Thank you for having
Oh
me.
my
You're
gosh,
so
we're
welcome.
so glad that you are here. So, you know what's interesting? When we met you, where did we seem to meet.
It was at the
We seem to meet a lot of people.
We cannot get away from this
at Vivica's
event.
Black
It's
magic.
magic, all right.
Create some magic.
Yes.
Exactly. Magical moments. No, but it was a pleasure meeting you there, and it's a pleasure seeing you
and we
again.
had so much fun.
We
that
had
night.
so
did.
much
Goodness.
fun.
All the dollars just
You know, sprinkling everywhere. I was thinking
It's
about
falling. It's falling
maybe
in the
another
air.
career here. I need to get it together. All that money everywhere. They were scooping that money off the floor. I was like,
With buckets and
oh my
baskets.
God.
Buckets and baskets.
and trash bags.
Yeah.
And trash
Yes.
bags.
Like, wow. I just
Oh my
need to do one show and I'm good.
Just one.
Just one.
Wow.
Just give me one show.
Wow. Speaking of the show, you just finished a stage play, Church Secrets,
Yes.
right? And that was here. It was local. It was in L.A.
It was at
right?
the Wilshire E-Bell. It was huge.
Oh, I love that theater.
Written and directed by Don B. Welch. He is
Nice.
amazing and a
Yes.
genius. And he's always he's the person who says what everyone's thinking. He actually says it out loud. So it's great working with him because it's just an awesome professionalism
Yes.
about it. And then when you're part of a story that has a message and touches people,
Right.
and then it's an incredible experience.
So
It
what was it
amazing.
about? What was the play about?
So Church Secrets is about
The title alone. Like,
exactly
okay.
when you know those mega big churches and everything looks like everything is great
Perfect.
and they're having the money and the ties and all that. There's a lot of stuff happening that you don't know that's happening because it looks so perfect.
Right.
But the pastor was up to no good. He was played by NAACP winner Danny DeLloyd.
Okay.
And
Yes.
when I tell you he is like Pastor McCullen, there's no one that I feel that could play that role.
Really?
He killed it. So
Okay.
Wow.
shout out to Danny. But I think for me the most magical moment was the audience. They were into it. They were
Okay.
in it. You know, it's
Okay.
always good when you're doing something and you hear people talking back to you in the audience and,
Yes.
and really a part of it.
Yes.
So I think for me that was like the most important
Okay.
magical thing.
Do you think they could relate? Because a lot of, especially with the African American community, it's a lot of churchgoers that go to these plays. So with Church Secrets, I'm sure you maybe have people in the audience who have either been on some of the congregations or worked behind the scenes that could relate to this so much. So, so I think for people to be able to relate to it, it helps so much too.
It does.
To help even you what you're doing on stage.
And he gave me an important line to say, and I think it was the most important thing for me throughout the whole play, where I said, church, the one place where you're supposed to feel safe, secure, and loved.
Right.
And that's why a lot of people don't go to church on a regular basis
That's
or
right.
even join,
Right.
which is true.
Yeah.
This is the place where you're supposed to feel safe.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
if I can't go anywhere else, I can go to
You
church,
can go to church.
and get what I need.
That's
and
right.
you're here to help me and not judge me.
Right.
Right.
And it was very important, and the audience loved it because it touched them. It's true.
Right.
That's why
It's-
people don't go to church, because you have the gossiping lady who's talking about, girl, did you see her walk in
Yeah.
with that outfit on?
Right.
You see her walk in with
Right.
that outfit?
Oh my
Yes.
goodness, it has
Ooh,
changed.
her
Somebody, right?
weave, was that exactly?
All the time. And,
Yeah.
and that's the thing about it. So it's interesting, Church Secrets, because there really aren't too many secrets, because everybody knows something about somebody, right?
Exactly.
Whispering in the back about something, just like you said, girl, look, you know who
Right.
she, So that's
You know that's the pastor's girlfriend, don't you?
I mean, they sleeping together.
Stuff. Yeah.
But yet you come back week after week.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
So are you coming for the show or
Right.
you coming for your soul?
That's pretty good. For the show or the soul?
It was really
Yeah.
y'all should have came.
You know what?
should
I was
have.
thinking the same thing, but we were, you know what?
But I know y'all have this show on Saturday. And then, exactly. So I get it.
Yeah, it was a little rough. But because I actually thought about it, I was like, she didn't even invite. But I was like, no, well, we weren't exactly available.
I would love to have seen it, though.
Me too.
It's incredible. And I have some great things coming up.
So was it
so excited.
extended? You know, sometimes
Yeah.
the plays go on tour around the country. Like,
We're working on that.
okay.
Let's just say
okay,
that.
you look like you can't say too much. Okay, I
And
get
what's
that.
What's your character? You tell us about
Her
your
name is
character.
Vivian Wheeler.
Okay.
She is a news anchor. I guess I have the news anchor hair, the news anchor hair and
That's
look.
right.
And then she is married to a ball player, NFL player, which is Chico Beneman.
Okay, yeah.
And he, we have some rough spots in our marriage, and we try to work it out.
Okay.
And who knows if we do or if we don't? But
Okay.
Right.
because the ballers, are they always faithful?
Man.
Well, yeah. We
They
don't
got
hear too
those
many
little
of those.
thoughts running around.
Exactly.
And stuff.
You know what? I had
Temptations.
a friend of mine told me that she would never date anyone who made over $50,000 a year.
What?
Because she's like she can't trust them. If you're making higher anything more than $50,000 a year, she said I won't be able to trust him, and definitely not $100,000 because he's got at least 2 or 3 women on the side. What do you guys think about
I was
that?
going to say, okay.
Wow.
Now, this is the thing. Let me just keep it all the way real.
Okay.
Please do.
Men, I was about to say the N word, but I was like, hold up. But men.
Stop drinking that champagne now.
Exactly.
Okay, right.
No matter what, I feel if you're going to cheat, you're going to cheat.
Right.
It doesn't
matter
matter
what
if
you're
you-
making?
Yeah.
Exactly. So there's going to be someone at that $50,000 a year job that's going to give him more attention or might make him feel
Exactly.
special that he
Right.
might cheat. If it's in you, it's in you. If it's not,
I agree.
Well, Frank, you
Then
said
it's not.
you
I
said the key
agree.
word: attention and feeling special. It has
Exactly.
nothing to do with how much you make.
Right.
It's about your emotions and if
Exactly.
you're emotionless,
Right.
what you're getting, the lack or the lack of. That
Right.
takes you, that sways you, especially for women, because
Right.
we deal with our hearts, our emotions. So
Yeah.
you're getting that attention, you're not getting some elsewhere, and you
Right.
keep getting that consistent. And someone is just keeping it going. You're susceptible sometimes
because you're working just as hard as he is.
Right.
Right.
So y'all can pay this rent, pay
Exactly.
these bills, and then you
Yeah.
got the girl at work who's like, "Oh, hey, I'm
Yes.
here."
Let me rub your back.
Exactly.
Right,
Because I
right.
know she ain't doing that at home.
When you're the one holding him down this whole time,
right.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. We have some guests chiming in.
Oh,
Ken
what are they
Johnson,
saying?
Ken Johnson said, "Not true." I'm thinking he said not true to men that will cheat over 50,000. I'm thinking that's what he says, not to the men will be faithful part.
Right. Exactly.
Okay, all right,
because you could be a millionaire and be faithful if it's in you.
If
you
it's
know,
in you, right. It's all about character, you know.
It really is. It really is. It has a lot
Definitely.
to do with it.
Hey, Keyshawn, my brother
Hi,
Keyshawn. What's
Keyshawn.
tears, tears.
I know.
Hi,
He
brother.
lives in San Diego, so we don't get to see him very
Yeah.
often. Also,
Janet. So Ken Johnson says yes. So
Okay.
okay, I know you're a good guy, Ken. We know.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Ken.
Janet Lara. Hey,
Hi,
Janet.
Janet. Kiss
And,
Kaden for me, my little grandson.
So awesome. So how did you get the part in the play? Did you audition? Did you?
So this is the thing. When I first moved to LA, I heard about Don and I wanted to work with him. So I auditioned for him for this play, and I didn't get the part.
Okay.
And I mean, it could be a couple of different things. I was nervous. I was new to LA. I didn't really know what to do, or it could have just been you're not the right fit. But he did say, he's like, we'll work together soon. And so he reached out to me for another play called Love Buddies, and I did it. And he just hit me up, and he was like, "Hey, Frankie, I'm doing this project. I want you to be a part of it." He didn't tell me what it was. He didn't tell me any details about it. I just said yes.
Okay.
Wow.
Because I just want to work.
Right.
You know, I want to
Right.
work,
Right.
especially with people like him. I want to do the work and for him to think about me.
Right.
And he knows everybody
Yes,
in
he's
LA.
well established.
Exactly.
Right.
So I was just very honored for him to even consider me.
That's beautiful.
that's wonderful.
You
So
mentioned.
yeah.
Oh,
No, go ahead,
okay.
sweetie.
You mentioned you were new to LA, so can kind of give us a background. Where are you from?
I'm originally from Dallas, Texas, D-Town, stand up. Dallas
What do
Cowboys.
you say, Jarvis? You said,
So I'm that Southern belle.
Okay.
But also, just like the down like country girl. But I always knew that I wanted more. Like, you know how you just, while you're hanging around people and you're like, you know what? I think differently than them. I want bigger. Not saying that what they're doing is,
right.
I just wanted something different than what I grew up. And I'm about to make my 3 years here in LA.
Oh, awesome.
It's been a blessing being here, but it's also been tough. I'm not going to lie. It's been rough, but I know that God created me to be this way throughout everything I went through with my childhood and stuff. It's all to make me tough and so I could be here and be able to handle things.
Wow. Yeah. And that's what it is. It's all about the journey, and your life experiences move you, put you in place,
exactly,
for certain things,
exactly,
and prepare you for certain things,
right? Like moving out here, I don't have, like when I first moved here, I didn't have any friends, any family, and when I moved here, I packed up. If it didn't fit in my SUV, it didn't come.
Wow.
And when I got here, I was sad. Of course, I was lonely. I didn't know anyone, but I figured it out. Now I'm making friends.
Yes.
Aww,
and it sucks when you see like your family. There's weddings happening there, birthday parties that you can't be a part of, and you're doing this to make the sacrifice for your dreams. So
they're understanding.
That's what I was going to say. I appreciate my family and my friends for always understanding my dreams and know that I'm doing this for us.
Right.
And just believe that I'm working hard. I'm not out here BSing around and playing and not making any moves.
Right. And I think that's important because people don't see the bigger picture sometimes. And so people will stifle their dreams just to satisfy or stay home or whatever. But if you think about it, you're living your dream so that you could afford the lifestyle that you want. You can fly your family out here.
Right.
You guys can, maybe people can move here or they can assist. There's just there's so much more blessings, opportunity for everybody once you fulfill your God-given dream.
Exactly. And for me, it's not about being rich. It's not about, it's about, I did corporate America. I sold advertising. I hated it. I hated it.
I did HR in corporate America. Oh my gosh.
And so, and I just basically wanted to, what did I want to do for the rest of my life that I'm going to be happy doing? And I was racking my brain around it, trying to figure it out. And I didn't know. I always was infatuated with ice skating and watching like Christy Yamaguchi there doing her thing. And one day I was like, you know what? I could be an actress.
Wow.
And I was like, no way.
It just popped in your head.
Yeah, it just popped in. I was like, I don't know how to act. I can't act.
Frankie,
and
that's hilarious.
and I woke up the next morning and it seemed like God told me, doctors aren't born doctors.
Wow. There you go.
And lawyers aren't born
right.
lawyers.
That's
Go
right.
get educated,
That's
you
right.
know?
That's right.
And when I tell you I quit my job and I enrolled in school and I've just been going nonstop.
That's wonderful. But that's the way it happens when you question and when you take account of your life and say, am I happy?
Right.
And certain
Exactly.
things happen or don't happen. You're like, some people stay miserable for the rest of their lives.
Right.
They don't have it in them or the fear or, I can't do this, I can't do that. But I give you kudos for saying, you know what, there's something better, there's something different.
Exactly.
And, listening to that inner voice, because that's all it is.
And I had lots of, even like my family and my friends, they told me that they were proud of me because I was brave enough to move.
Wow.
Because everyone has just been together. And for me to come out with no money and figured it out, and you know what I mean? Like I didn't have savings like, oh, I'm going to move to LA. This is the plan. I'm going to save up a few $1,000s. No, I didn't have anything. I just came out here and figured it out.
Let me ask you this. Did you feel like that was the next natural step for you? So there wasn't that, I'm sure you're a little anxious, of course, but nothing was probably going to stop you, right? Was that a natural step for you to just like, you know what, this is the next step for me?
Yeah, everyone kept telling me to stay in Texas because a lot of films were coming out there, a lot of TV because of the tax cuts in Texas for filming.
Right.
So they were saying to stay in Texas and basically own your home first and then move. But I was like, the whole time that I'm out here trying to figure it out and working to build it, I could be building in LA.
Absolutely.
There you go.
And one day I just woke up and said, I got to go. There's not going to be a perfect moment.
Right.
At first I was waiting, well, I have to have this ready. I have to have this. It's like, just get out there and do it, and at times I second guessed myself because I was older than most people and people thought that I was crazy. Like, oh, you should be getting married and having a family. Okay. It's that time, or you should be doing this instead of
chasing your dreams.
Moving all the way out to LA and totally transforming your life and everything. Right. But I just had to do it. You know how it's like you feel like it's jumping out of your body,
and that's why I asked you that, because it wasn't for my career, but it was for love. Way back when I moved from California to the East Coast, and it was the same thing. I was just surrounded by family all the time, never went anywhere, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, are you going to do that?" But it was so natural for me. I was excited to see what was waiting for me.
Exactly,
it was like the next natural step. So
and I'm sure you missed your family. Right?
Absolutely missed them and cried every day, girl. Exactly. But I had to do it. Right. I had to do it.
Exactly.
So I get that. I get that. But like, it's having that in you, like you said, you had to go. Right. You had to be here.
Do you ever feel like did it like change who you are, like your character by moving away? Did it make you tougher?
It made me so much tougher. It made me feel like I can be so independent and so strong. And I mean, it was the East Coast. Come on, New York and New Jersey. You gotta toughen up. Little California girl, like, but you grow up really quick. You grow up really quick, and I had to. And so when I came back, I was able to see how weak these LA people are. I'm sorry, I said it. I was able to see from driving to just.
She's talking to y'all.
You guys are such wusses when it comes to traffic. Get out across the street. This is how we do it. I'm like, oh, look at me, right. But you can see but it helps your character. And then, I love my peeps. I'm LA. Exactly. LA girl to the heart. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so definitely.
What's crazy is I miss home, and I'm so excited to get there. And at times I think, you know what? Should I just move home? Even though I won't. But you know how sometimes you're like, you just miss your family. I want to be like, I want to be with my mom.
You think about it.
But when I get there, I'm like,
you're like, I'm good.
They still doing the same.
Hey, nothing changed.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
And so then I'm like, you know what? I'm fine with visiting. After 2 or 3 days, I'm ready to come back to LA. I'm ready.
Well, we're going to take a break. You want to read what's going on?
Sure.
Before we go to break?
We have Ken said, "What's up, Jarvis?" And then
hey, Jarvis.
Then Danny Deloitte says, "Hi, Frankie," and he says she killed it in Church Secrets.
All right.
Danny, did you like that plug I gave you?
Awesome. So when we come back, we're going to hear more about Frankie's journey and what she has to look forward to. And also, I want to ask you a question. So we will come right back with all that good stuff.
Cheers.
What's the question?
Yes, cheers.
Did you know that your skin is your body's largest organ? And you should be aware of what you're applying to it. The more natural products you use, the better. The best place to start is with Did It For Love handmade natural body products, made with pure organic ingredients. Our Shea Body Butter Moisturizer is whipped to perfection and hydrates dry, cracked skin and protects from UV rays. Did It For Love Shea Body Butter Moisturizer is infused with essential oils. You can choose from scents like lavender, vanilla and sandalwood, white rose, and many more. Our deodorant has a fresh scent that not only works against odor, but also reduces sweat. With this toxin-free deodorant, you can feel fresh and confident all day long. You can also keep your lips healthy and kissable with our handmade lip balms. In healing and fruity scents like tantalizing peppermint to sensational green apple. Our products promote healthy, youthful-looking skin and is safe for the whole family. Vegan-friendly, cruelty-free, and gentle enough for cancer survivors and those going through treatment. Go to diditforlove.com today. Did It For Love, toxin-free for your whole family.
Welcome back to It's Time to Talk. I hope you are tuned in, because if you are, you're tuned into actress Frankie Blair. She's telling us just wonderful, awesome stories. She's a great person. We're just so happy that you are here with us.
I'm happy to be here. It's so exciting.
So
Wonderful.
What I was going to ask you, maybe it's more of a statement. Maybe it's more of a statement, actually. So in the beginning of the show, we talked about how we met and where we met. You know, that's kind of irrelevant. My point, though, is that when we were sitting at the table and we were talking about what we did, and we were introducing ourselves, you had so much love and support
Mm-hmm.
for me and my sister and for what we do. And it was no shade.
Mm-hmm.
It was no, no up and down LA look like, good for you. It was all love. And you even said, I'm all for the sisters doing their thing.
Right.
I'm so supportive. And you just melted my heart when you said that, because it's not often, people say it, and it's not often that you see it, but it was genuine, and I could tell.
Yes.
And I love that about you. Yeah. And I
Thank
know
you.
because of that, and who you are, you're going to go so far.
Absolutely.
Thank you. I feel like that's why, like, I've been blessed. You know, it's tough to say this, but I meet people all the time, and when I meet other actors and stuff, they've been out here for a long time, and sometimes it feels like things aren't moving for them, and I just know that I have a genuine heart. I want everyone to win.
Right.
You know, I'm not salty about anyone booking a commercial or they got this new movie or, you know, I'm like, it was their time.
Right.
And that's the thing. We all have our time. We all have our moments.
Absolutely.
Don't feel bad for the other person getting ahead. Maybe you just need to work harder, or maybe you just need to wait for your moment. Be ready.
Be ready.
Because a lot
That's
of
right.
people, they're like, oh, I'm an actor. I've been doing this. I've been doing that. They're not ready. When someone like points them right now, do a monologue. Oh, I don't know a monologue. Why don't you know a monologue?
Right.
You know, like, have it together. And I'm always supportive. I go to other people's projects. When people talk to me and they ask me what I'm doing, I'm like, oh, I'm an actress, but I never boast about, oh, I've done this, I've done that.
Right.
I'm never about that, because it's about being humble and just loving what you do, not about, oh, I do this.
Right.
You know?
You know why? Because people are going to find out anyway.
Right.
And, you know, as long as you stay you, that's going to reveal itself.
And the thing is, I can be fake with you. I can be fake with you, but I can't be fake with God.
That's right.
And that's where the blessings are coming from.
Exactly.
I could smile on your face and be like, oh, girl, I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
But he knows what's real. And I'm proud of everyone who's doing something positive.
Right.
Because you could be out here selling drugs. You can be out here, you know, not
Selling
caring
this-
for your kids or
yeah.
doing whatever, or twerking all on TV and stuff. But you're doing something positive. And that's the most important thing. So, of course, I'm going to want that.
Right.
And you know, it's tough to say this, but there's a lot of actresses that I meet. And I'm like, girl, let's get together. Let's go work out together. Let's do this. Let's do that. And it's like, after some time of meeting them, a lot of them don't want to talk to me.
Wow.
And I'm like, I just want us to win together.
Right.
Like, what's the...
Right.
And
There's no shade, you know. I want you to. If you say, "Girl, I just booked a movie," I'm gonna be so happy for you.
Right.
Let's go celebrate.
Yeah.
Let's get some champagne and let's go
Right.
celebrate.
Right.
And that's something that I just don't understand. As I think if we, especially as women, if we get that part fixed,
Right.
if we just to know that, you know what, you have your light and your shine. I have
Right.
my light, my
Right.
shine. You have your light.
Thank
We're
you.
Yes.
3 different people, and God has blessed us all. You know,
With talents.
with
Right.
so
So
many
many
talents
Exactly.
and gifts and so much creativity, and like you said, it comes from Him. So why would He take a little bit from me?
Right.
Why would I think that, oh, Frankie's got a movie, she's doing better than me? Like, it has
Right.
nothing to do with the next person.
I
Exactly.
think
You know what I mean?
women get caught up in comparing themselves to each other
Yeah.
instead of looking at, let me see what Deidre has, and
Right.
let me enhance what
Right.
Deidre has. Let
Yes.
me
Be the
focus on what
best
Deidre
you.
has, the best me, so that when I come out, I'm offering the best of Deidre.
Right.
And then when I'm with you, Frankie, you're offering the best of you.
Right.
Deidre and Frankie have entered the room. Now we have April. She's offering the best. So each
Exactly.
person is shining in their own right. And
But I'm not going to be like, oh, I don't want to hang out with you because you're
Yeah.
too cute
Right.
for me to
Right.
hang out. I have to be
Right.
the only cute
Yeah.
one.
That's
Like, let's all be cute
That means-
together.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes.
Let's get this money.
And that's what I got from, and that's, you just sealed it up. That's what I got from you. It's
Yeah.
like, let's be, and I just went, oh my goodness, because you never know who you meet, and
Right.
you put on that brave face or sit
Right.
there and be like cordial and everything.
And
But
I'm
like,
sure
she's
people
cool.
always they judge me because I'm the typical looking type of
Right.
light skin,
You're
green
gorgeous.
eyes.
Gorgeous.
That,
You're
thank
beautiful.
you.
Yes. Absolutely.
But I'm so down to earth. Like I'm the girl who's gonna get out there and work hard with you out in the yard,
Yeah.
and you know what I mean,
Right.
and still get my nails done.
Got
Like
it.
I'm not one type of person. I'm many
right.
different people. but I'm not shallow.
Right.
And I trust in the Lord, and I'm always going to be kind and give the shirt off my back for someone.
But see, people put their own perception, their own, whatever they think about you. They put that onto other people.
Their insecurities about themselves.
Oh, she looks like this, so she must think she all that.
Exactly.
It's like, no, you're thinking that. Not,
Right.
You know what?
Get to know me.
You know what? She is all that.
But still,
But let's be all that together.
Exactly.
You know,
That was my
like,
point. I'm all that, and you're all that.
Yeah.
you win,
And,
I win. If I win, if I find something, I'll be like, girl, I heard about this thing. Come on through with me. And then we can win together,
Right. Right.
instead of there being like a competition.
Right.
I love that.
And that's we have to be secure within ourselves, and that's where you loving yourself. Building your own self-esteem, so that when you enter, this world is full of beautiful people. It's always going to be someone prettier, smarter, smaller, bigger,
Thank
whatever.
you.
It's always
It's
it's always going to be somebody different than
Right.
you. So that's why you have to be happy with who you are,
Right.
because in this world, whatever is for you is for
you.
And it
God
can't be taken
cannot
away.
take it
Hallelujah.
away.
Amen.
Take it back. And the sooner we learn that, the better we can relate and deal with it. Because I had it rough with having female friends. It's just not been kind to me.
But it's them internally.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like they need to work on, I guess, them getting better with Christ or whatever they have to figure out, loving themselves.
Right.
But that's the reason why, because and this isn't just women. Let me just be honest. This is African Americans as a culture. It's we got to keep you down like crabs in a bucket.
Yes,
you
let's
know,
get real. That's it.
And
That's it.
and I was trying to not to say that, but
No, we have to. It is true.
exactly,
It is very true.
Exactly. If someone else
unfortunately.
is doing great, don't go and rob him.
Right.
Like go and be like, hey man, I love what you did. How can I learn from you?
Right.
What can I do to help you? Just be a part of it or whatever, not trying to take from him.
And that's the thing, is sharing, because
Exactly.
sometimes we get so far where we think we made it or we are a certain position, and then we don't want to share or pull up the next person because we think they'll take from us.
Which is why we have so
Exactly.
much distrust within our community.
Yeah. Right.
And so when I think our spending power is in the trillions, right? Or maybe it's a trillion. And so, but we don't trust each other as far as business wise.
Right.
We don't
we
put
don't
all
spend
that
within
money-
our
we
own
don't
black businesses.
Put that money within our own communities
Right.
and our businesses. And I think it's just so seriously, that's a great thing. Like, let's start there. Like, why can't we get more trusting and stop pulling each other down in the crab and barrel syndrome? Like, we have been talking about that since I was little.
Right.
It's been going on forever.
Exactly.
That's why I'm proud of this PSA that I was just a part of, called "I Promise to Act,"
Okay.
and it's basically it got started by seeing all the shootings on TV and just being kind of fed up with that happening. And it's called IPromiseToAct.com. And it's I Promise the number 2 and then act.com. And I chose to never forget and also to be a mentor. And you can choose your own saying. There's like fight for racism or fight racism. There is support black businesses, so it's you wearing the shirt showing pride that you're going to make a promise to just be better,
Right.
So if it's
I love that.
if it's mentoring youth about anything, like just make that promise. So it's getting launched. It's already like launching, and it's all you can already buy shirts, but it's getting launched next month for like a huge type of push and movement because this is a movement to promise. And there's some great people part of it. London Brown from HBO Ballers, he's a part of it. Steve Wilson is a comedian on the D.L. Hughley show. He's a part of it. We have some incredible people that are just wanting to share this positive message.
That's wonderful because that's of late that's all we see.
Exactly.
The black on black crime. Of course, the
Exactly.
media. There's other things going on. We know, but the media loves to inundate us in our timelines and
People
our
become
televisions with that.
innocent.
Yes, yes. So that's
they-
great that people of influence are. Oh yeah, Jarvis is showing some of the shirts. Wow.
They're fantastic.
Wow.
I want one.
Yeah, I know.
Girl, I promise to act.com.
I promise to act.com.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, we got to jump on
And
there.
you have to make sure that whenever you post it on Instagram, you hashtag I
Hashtag
promise
it.
to act.
Okay.
And that's the thing. I want to be a part of projects that's
Yes.
going to touch a life, save,
Right.
possibly
Yes.
change someone. And
Yes.
I got so excited that this girl, she I messaged her saying thank you for coming because I looked at all the hashtags from Church Secrets, and she said, "Oh my goodness, Frankie, I loved your character." Wow. She said, I was wanting to go to school for to be a news anchor for broadcasting, and she said, and me going to the show and your character helped me to make that decision. I'm going to go.
Wow.
You know what I mean? It's just things like that.
Yes.
Like that's why I love what I do.
Right.
I don't. It's not about the money. It's about I felt like I changed a life. I helped make a decision.
Right. And that's why we're here.
That's
we're
exactly.
Here to, we're here to inspire and to motivate. You know,
Right.
not only ourselves but others around us. Because if we're all living our truth, if we're all living better, if we're all aspiring and trying to get more, we're going to treat each other better. We're going to live better.
Right.
Crime will decrease. All kind of
Yes.
things will.
Yes.
The whole world will just be a shift, a magical shift.
Exactly.
We won't feel like we come from an empty place of lack.
Right.
Where I don't have anything, and
Right.
I'm nobody, and my family doesn't have anything, and I come from nothing. And,
So I'm
Right.
going to be nothing.
I'm gonna be
Right.
nothing,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
No.
yeah,
You
the
can
power
change
is
that.
in us,
Right.
and so it just yay, Frankie. I just can't say enough good things about you, really.
Thank you. Yeah.
Honestly. So you
Thank
got some
you.
other projects coming up? Things
Yes,
in the can and the wheel.
just booking job after job. It's all a blessing, you know.
Right.
So I just signed on with the Conversation series, and that's with Tasha Biltmore. And again, the reason why I said yes before she could even finish it, I was like, yes, yes, because it talks about domestic violence, and she suffered from domestic violence in a past relationship, and she, made it past that, and a lot of people don't. A lot of people
That's true.
don't live.
Yeah.
They, and so now she's telling a story about it, and I'm so excited to be a part of the project because women need to hear this. Women need to know that this is real, and hopefully men know that this is real,
Right.
and to stop.
Right.
And
Right.
it's vice versa. It's not even just that way, because women beat on men too,
Right. They sure
even if
do
it's
nowadays.
verbally, or
Right.
sexually,
Beat on-
however they're doing it. So I'm excited about that. That's going to be coming out at the end of this year, but we're working on it now.
Great.
It's called the Conversation series.
I love it.
And there's a lot of
So is it
brilliant
a film?
actors.
Is it a
It's a TV series.
It's a TV
TV
series.
series.
Okay.
So there's a lot of people on board with it, including Mike Strong from Vivica's Black Magic.
Go Mike.
Yes,
Go Mike.
exactly.
Friend of the show.
Yeah.
Hello. Shout out to Mike.
I'm actually going to go see him tonight in the Penis Monologues.
The what now?
Say what? Wait.
The
Stop
what
the
now?
presses.
The Penis Monologues tonight.
Then I moved from vagina to penis.
I heard the show is incredible. Of course, I know my brother Mike Strong is going to kill it.
Wow.
And so I'm excited to see it. And it's a killer group. And
You're just gonna keep all your comments to yourself, Jarvis.
so everyone, just so you know, the engineer
only penis in
Jarvis
the
is a
room.
man. And he's not trying to post nothing about no penis monologues. You feel me? Nothing.
It's not that you couldn't find it,
Right.
Oh
my gosh. That was too much. Wow.
He's like, I'll pass.
Yeah.
I'll pass. But there's but I'm excited about that, and I'm reading 2 scripts right now to see if I'm gonna come on board and everything, because again, I like to choose projects that's gonna make a difference.
Right.
And
there you go.
and I feel proud about.
Yeah,
you
because
know?
at the end of the day, yes, it is a character, but it's still you.
Right.
You're
Exactly.
representing that.
Right.
People will remember you.
Right. And
like the young
even
lady
if
did.
there's one story right now, even if like the character's a stripper, there at the end of the story, she changes, and there's strippers out here. But what's going to help them change?
Right.
And not saying that, they can choose whatever they do to each his own,
Right.
Right. But it's a story about, this is the way I was. I didn't know any other option. I didn't know any other way. And some people don't know any other way.
That's what I was going to say. That's what this is all about, because it's being shown you can step out. Because even though someone's a stripper, they have other dreams and desires. And maybe they're
Exactly.
thinking, but how do I get there?
Exactly.
I need to be shown. I need some guidance, or just,
Yes.
whatever. So,
Right.
yeah. So that's awesome.
And that's what it's about. I can't give you too many details,
No, that's
You know.
great. No, but we love having you here, because what you're saying, this whole show, April and I, what we put together is like the epitome of what you're saying, what you're about, what you're talking about. People that are doing positive things, people that want to help change the world, and it's all about just doing your part.
Right.
You know, each person, one person can't do everything, but collectively, if we all get in that same mindset of service, of wanting to better ourselves and better the next, it will change millions of lives.
As simple as a smile.
Yes.
Or if you're booked for a gig, being on time, coming in, being prepared, being professional. That's the thing. It's not having these egos. Oh, you're only giving me this small part. Wow. Be happy that you're working.
Right.
Because they could choose somebody else.
They sure can.
Yeah.
It's taking the egos out and just wanting to do what you love.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the big thing.
Right. And maybe that's not what you love if you're doing all that,
Right.
So find out what you love, because that's huge. That's important. So with speaking in that, we talked about your Hollywood dream and all that. So just, if you can just kind of continue that, encourage some of the up and coming actresses, or just whoever. Maybe you can speak to them and, just kind of tell them, Frankie.
Well, the first thing is, I think I might need that champagne.
She ain't drink much of it. I'm almost done.
I am done. I'm ready for the next bottle to open.
Take much for me. I know I'm a lightweight.
I'm over here I'm almost done. I'm like, okay, sloshed out.
Find out if this is what you love.
Yeah.
Don't be an actor because it is, it looks fancy, because it's not. Yeah. It's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of rejection. It's a lot of people telling you no all the time. And then you might get one yes. So the days are long. You're on set 10 hours and you probably only really work 30 minutes just waiting, or you know what I mean?
Right.
I've been on set for a long time. They're like, oh, Frankie, we ran out of time, or the daylight, and we can't shoot your scene, so we got to come back tomorrow. And I've only done one scene. I was supposed to shoot 3 that day, So if you don't love what you do, you're not going to be happy with it. Right. And it's sad to say this, but there's been a lot of people that have committed suicide because they couldn't handle this. They couldn't handle the rejection, and it's real. People,
the rejection.
Exactly.
Rejection,
It is very real, and you start second guessing yourself. You start, thinking I'm not good enough, and this you are good enough.
Yes. So where do you find that strength to continue?
Girl, I find it in prayer, honey, all day, every day.
Amen.
I find it in
Yes.
prayer.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
that is the best.
Always, always.
Right. Yeah.
I'm glad that I grew up with, from the South, Pentecostal. That's all we knew is to pray.
Okay, right.
And
right.
it's like, without a doubt, I wake up happy every day because I'm happy to just be living.
Absolutely.
And I'm happy that I'm able to do what I love and have a smile on my face. And God is good,
all the time.
Oh, good.
So if there's nothing else, know that you love acting, work hard.
Yeah.
Because I'm the last one to go to sleep. I'm the first one to wake up in the morning. I want to win,
Absolutely.
no matter
Awesome.
what.
Awesome.
And then pray. That's it.
There you go.
Anyone who does anything, you're going to be successful if you're consistent with
Yes,
it. If you continue to be
Talk about it
consistent.
all the time.
right.
So as long as you don't quit, you're going to win.
Right. Right.
But you have to stay focused, and staying focused is you staying in prayer. That's what's going to
Yes.
keep you
Right.
focused
Yes.
all the time.
Yes,
the time.
because that's that grounding. You
Exactly.
need that foundation. Everybody needs that foundation because you're listening to all this chatter all around you every day out in the streets, and like you said, all the no's, all the rejections. But what does my God say? God says, I am wonderfully, uniquely made.
Thank you.
You pray, seek, and you shall find.
Right.
What I have for you, no one else can touch.
Exactly.
No one else can take from you.
One.
Exactly.
So,
Nobody. Okay, that's the champagne.
so I love it. I love it.
Exactly.
So why don't you give everybody your social media information, or tell them how
yeah.
to follow you?
So I do a lot of Snapchat because I just love the realness about it. Because on Instagram, people can take pictures by a Bentley.
Oh.
And you're probably sleeping on somebody's couch. You feel me? So for me, I do Snapchats. You're going to see my stories, and that's I am Frankie Blair. My Instagram's I am Frankie Blair. I'm starting to do the stories there too on Instagram, and then Facebook is also I am Frankie Blair.
Okay, all right,
awesome.
sounds wonderful. We got some more people chiming in.
We sure do.
Oh, LaShirl. What's up, LaShirl?
Okay.
LaShirl.
Hashtag girl
L
power.
group.
Check this out. Hashtag girl power hour.
Exactly.
and
LaShirl,
where
L
you
Group
at?
PR,
Okay.
publicist extraordinaire.
That's right.
She keeps me busy,
I
even
know.
though I know that I may get on her nerves. And
We love LaShirl. Hey, boo. And then Ken Johnson said, penis, what? LOL.
Penis monologues, Ken Johnson.
And then Nate has chimed in. I like the last comments in the mail into it. Oh, in the mail. That it is such a beautiful thing to believe in God and understand. Keep your head up. Stop looking down because you woke up this morning.
Exactly.
Amen, Nate. That's right. That's
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. Ken says all the best, Frankie.
Oh, thank you, Ken. Thank you, Ken.
And
Thank you
so
for
much
tuning in.
I
Gosh,
know.
thank you,
We love it.
everybody. Wow. That's
is
awesome.
wonderful.
You got a lot of
Yes.
people to the show. And
Yay.
I know she, earlier you guys might have thought she had her back to me. She did not. She was on live on Instagram, so she was looking at her iPad.
Yes.
So,
I went live today. I think it's my
Yes.
first real live Instagram video.
Yay.
I've never gone live on Instagram. We haven't done that yet.
The only live I did was at Vivica's Black Magic show.
Oh.
I had to live stream, but it wasn't
Right,
me.
right.
It was just live.
Oh,
and,
the show.
the actual
So,
show.
Exactly.
But doesn't it disappear on Instagram? Or does it stay on your timeline? Because you know how on Facebook it stays on.
Yeah, I
think it
don't
might
know what
disappear.
this does.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, we got some good stuff.
Yes, we
got some
did.
good information.
Thank
so
you so much for having
My
me
God,
on.
thank
Oh
you
my
for
gosh,
being
Frankie.
here.
Yes. Thank you for coming on.
We will definitely have you back if you
Yay.
will come back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
I'll
we
come
wish
back with
you-
way more stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
We
An
wish you
hour
great
is not
success.
enough.
It's not. We
I know.
always say that. It's like
never
it's
huh?
just so much. But we wish you much success,
Thank you very
continued
much.
success,
Yes.
and God's blessings and favor all around you.
All around
need
you.
it.
Yes.
Thank you, sister girl.
I need all
Yes.
that.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you for the.
Yes,
Yeah,
the
thank you for the,
champagne. We got one
wonderful-
more bottle to drink.
Yes.
Yes,
Be
we
here
did.
for a minute.
Yeah.
but-
I need to call an Uber. I'm going to party in a minute. No.
Oh yeah, I
Hey,
am
you
driving.
drove, right? Oh,
No.
okay. Well, I'm good.
She's like, I could drink some more.
drink
Let me
some
drink
more.
yours.
All right. Well, we thank you guys for tuning
I
in.
know.
We love you
Yes.
as always. Follow us. It's Time to Talk on Instagram, on Facebook, and you know how to find us.
Yes.
All right, we love you. Much love. Thank you, Frankie
Yes,
Blair, again.
thank you guys for
And
having me.
Tune in next time.
And remember, your conversation is your affirmation.
God bless. We love you.
I love that.